Hey people, Infantry here, 3v3, Quest for Redemption, blue team. MammothMKII is a Warlock, a melee spellcaster that can leap into combat with some powerful disruption and support, alongside Mononoke and a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. This is the Blood Axes elite scheme, and we have double sluggers in play. Rounded off the team is Arise and a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. And this is the Cogs of Vashtor elite scheme. Looks like it's been recolored into this bluish. Red team, Tardigrades and a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fighting in melee, begins with a refractor shield. Can shoot his own fellows in the head to encourage them. Alongside these irae kyrie and a Force Commander, a versatile frontline hero that can bring offense, disruption and support for the Emperor. And this is the Ultramarines DLC, recolored into black, looking pretty cool. And rounding off the team, another Lord Commissar. This is Captain Slog on the south side. Kicking off in the mid though, Force Commander in amongst a whole bunch of Orks, almost wiped out those sluggers. Got a decent chunk of XP there. Warboss, meanwhile, smacking around some tactical marines. Hasn't used his stomp yet. Still has full energy. Looks like he's going to have to back off though. Up in the north where there's a contested victory point, Warlock gets stomped by the Sentinel. Lord Commissar tries to finish him. Can't quite manage it. Double Guardians run off. And Howling Banshees, oh, they were casually capping a northern contested power point. They weren't involved in that. Back to the south, Chaos Lord is pushing through. We have a Sentinel for both of the Guardsman players with double Guardsmen. Oh, Arise lost some early heretics. Has replaced them. I guess they got stomped and shot up a bit. Yeah, you can see the bodies over there, look. Sentinel's getting quite low. Stomps these guys as they worship, which messes them up quite a lot because you can't stop worshipping when you're stunned. You can really mess with heretics when you stun them while they worship. Okay, our Space Marines now will back off. Meanwhile, the Sentinel of Tardigrades, yes, is pushed all the way through to decap this wreck point. That's pretty handy. Warlock's not happy with it. Double Guardians with their pew-pews, and here is a Shuriken Cannon on the field. Very much expected against the Guard. Setup teams help you control the movement of that Sentinel, so it's not quite so dominant. They took down the Lord Commissar up there, the Howling Banshees. 468 to 500 on the VPs. Banshees being chased. Sentinel tries to stomps one of them. And now they turn and go after it. The Sentinel has heavy infantry armor despite being a vehicle, so small arms can deal with it. And power melee weapons, such as these Howling Banshees power swords, will deal extra damage. They're trying to finish it off. They just use their fleet though, which lowers their damage. Doesn't look like they can do it. Gave it a good go though. Back to the south. Lord Commissar with his power sword. 50 DPS power melee with the awesome lead by example. Such a good ability. Almost takes down the Chaos Lord. Is he going to get him? Gets him. Chaos Lord killed the weak way too late. Warboss can revive him very easily though. 440 to 500. Force Commander throwing out the battle cry with a power sword of his own, which makes his battle cry better. And here comes Armor of Alacrity because of speed. Tactical Marines. Closer. Are you going to camp the power guys? No, they're backing off. We have Shotgun Scouts with a Sergeant, which gives them a frag grenade. He can also spot stuff. Knows how to look for things, isn't it? Grenade launcher heretics. Are they both grenade launchers? No. Other guys are... oh, they're aspiring champion melee fellas. Chaos Lord was indeed revived, and he's still running around, so he doesn't have much hit points right now. Warboss with a decent chunk of XP. Force Commander's a bit low. Might get Dakka to death. There's aiming. What's that? To suppress. And a Shooter Knob Leader coming in. Double Sluggers not getting involved at the moment for some reason. Both have their burners. I mean, they really wanted to avoid the battle cry maybe. 404 to 500. There's a stomp from the Warboss to knock him down. Sluggers can't quite get there in time to finish him off. So close. Scouts drop a model. So that's more XP for the Warboss. He's almost level 2 now. Can they get onto the power? Over here. Up in the northern edge. You see battle lines. Don't usually see fights up here. Shuriken runs, but there's another Shuriken. And there's a Destructor, starting ability of the Warlock. Well, one of his starting abilities also has Fleet of Foot, of course. Back down to the south. Catachan Devils flee. And there's more Catachan Devils, okay. Very versatile squad. Oh, wow. Grenade launcher there, messing up a couple of heretics on retreat. They can disrupt from long and short range and have some good melee. Also support with a smoke grenade. Bit of a standoff in the north. No immolator would be useful here with the heavy weapon squad and double guardsmen all bunched up. But he's spent a lot on aspects and battle equipment and double shurikens. Oh, can they get the sentinel down? So close, 21 hit points. That was such a risk to go for that decap, and he didn't know what was around, especially when he knew there were shurikens. Grenade. Kills a couple of guardsmen. Warlock being sneaky, going around the side. Getting a flank with Howling Banshees. Sentinel getting a bunch of repairs. Uses a stomp on the Warlock, though, not on the Banshees. War shouting the guardsmen so they couldn't repair. I don't know if it would have been enough, but the Sentinel's down. Well played, Mammoth. And down goes the Lord Commissar again. Shot to the sternum. Might be tricky to revive him up there. Tactical Marines dropping a model. Chimera on the way, by the way, by Tardigrades. This is the Ardboys global buff from the Warboss, giving 25% damage resist to those sluggers. Very handy. I wonder if he did get some late tax up there. Double tax for the irae. Down goes the Force Commander. That's Malignant Blindness. Global ability of the Chaos Lord to mess up the vision and weapon range of all enemy units on the map for a duration. And he's got some Raptors. Jump squad that suppress units when they land. In melee, though, with double Catachans. All have those power melee fang knives. And they're getting kind of messed up. Didn't drop a model, though. Warboss put use your choppers on the Chaos Lord. That is also, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Usually it's put on a squad, not an allied hero. He'll often put it on himself, though, Warbosses. Can they get the Catachans? 22 hit points. 21 hit points in a single model. Catachans are always weird with how they lose models, because they've got those special characters with the fellow with the grenade launcher and stuff. I don't technically think he has hit points or something. Something weird. Because he doesn't attack, does he? Just uses the grenade launcher. Such a weird decision. They could have just made an animation where the Catachan fella like pulls out a grenade launcher and fires it or something. But no, just give him a grenade launcher and have him run around forever. Howling Banshees with their Exarch. And the distortion field from the Warlock to help them out there. Giving them lots of nice range damage resistance. Chaos Lord versus Lord Commissar throws up the shield. Means he can't use lead by example because all the energy's been drained by the shield. And here comes Flak Jacket for Inspire Terror. Sluggers run, Chaos Lord runs. Still some stuff in the mid though for the blue team. There's not a huge reason to contest this area. For the power point, it's more that it's a path to like all the other areas, so it sees a lot of action. And players are often drawn into fights here, even though there's not much here itself. Scouts are getting very low, having to flee. Got the double Catachans on those Raptors getting absolutely torn up. A jump with the suppression, then a retreat. Single model. Oh, they do get the they got their aspiring champion, and that saved them because the Catachans blew up the other guy with grenade launchers. They're really good on retreat, those things. It's like explosive damage, I guess, or something. Double tax with sergeants. He's got a chainsword and a bolt pistol. His bolt pistol is very good, though. More DPS than the other fellas with their bolt guns. And he's pretty damn good in melee, too. Triple cap here for the blue team, although the VPs are quite even. Howling Banshee's going to meet the double tax. Can they get a good war shout? Need to be careful of the battle cry. Warlock, you got any war gear? Keeps jumping around. There he is. He's got the champion. He's got the Cloak of Shadows. So he's cloaking those Howling Banshees now, giving them some 30% range damage resistance and suppression resistance. That's pretty good. 363 to 344. It only gives suppression resistance to friendly. The Warlock himself gets the damage resist, I see. Also gives them a whole bunch of other stuff. It's a nice piece of war gear. Down goes the Force Commander while I was wattling on about the Cloak of Shadows. What is this? Some Chaos Space Marines with Eternal War grabbing the VP. We have Armor of the Inferno in now. For Let the Galaxy Burn. Good against these blobs of infantry, especially if the Catechins all bunch up. Kicking off in the north, Howling Banshees have found the heavy weapon squad. Infiltrated perhaps by Cloak of Shadows. This guy's got an auto cannon, buffed by the Autarch leaping in, giving him a small heal and a speed bonus and a weapon damage bonus. Pretty clutch. Down goes a Commissar again. Banshees have killed him, I think 3 times at least. He doesn't like him. Messy fighting in the south. What are they fighting in there? Oh, it's a Commissar. Lost the indicator, but he's got his shield up. Captain Slog with Aura of Discipline. And of course that flak jacket. 359 to 330. Single cap for the blue team. The battle rage is on. Warboss has got his big old claw out. And spiky armor. Makes him so tough, the spiky armor. And he gets that damage back when fellas attack him in melee. Chaos Lord versus the Force Commander here. Oh, he's getting his lightning claws. And he's got demonic visage. To debuff units on hit. I wonder if he'll go for Icon of Khorne at some point because of those claws with their fast attack. Autarch's got her fancy gun. And here's tier 3 for Mammoth. Primaris Psycho on the field now for Slog. Can support those double Catechins with some telekinetic dome action. Disrupt with these wave. Tier 3 for Tardigrades. irae Kyrie is already there. Oh, look at this. A late Death Dread. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen a Death Dread stomping around. Always very fun units. It's technically a killer can, isn't it? I don't know why they called it something different in Dawn of War 2. Wonder if the Elite Mod team were ever tempted to rename it. Some Kasrkin on the way for Tardigrades. Looks like he's lost a bunch of units along the way. Doing his best up in the north. He's got plasma on both the guardsmen with sergeants. And he's in that tier 3, of course. Kasrkin can do some work for you. Poor DPS on the Banshees. The Banshees have been very, very effective so far. I wonder if it's worth getting Ogrins up and trying to out-melee them a bit. This guy needs to be alive, though. Back in the south. Oh, the Death Dread's not going to last very long. The Catechin fellas got their Sarges with melter guns. Warboss with Ard Boys. Cleaving through some Catechins. Look at that basic attack from the Primaris Psycho. That is so awesome. That psychic lightning stuff he does. Let Galaxy Burn. Mostly dodged. We'll see what he goes after with that lightning claws. It's maybe better to try and get onto the Psycho. Use some Khorne worship. Get on him. Raptors can help, of course, with that jump. The aspiring champion with that big old demon wall, and he can do that demonic fury or demonic strength, whatever it's called, to crack a single model pretty hard. If they position themselves right, they can even use it to knock the Psycho towards the Chaos Lord, maybe. Might be a bit of an ask, though. Level 3 Chaos Lord here. Looking dangerous. Lord Commissar runs very, very fast away. Here's a Land Raid Redeemer on the way. And Flash Gets coming up for Mononoke. Back up in the north. Autarch taking the VP. Tardigrades. His Commissar's up. But he could get overrun by this large Eldar army. Good grief. Guardsman just died to a Ethereal Slash on retreat path there. 314 to 244. Back to the south. Power being bashed a bit. Oh, Chaos Space Marines wipe, and I think... Yeah, it looks like they had Mark of Zinch. That's a big loss for Arise. Not sure what happened there. Just got outshot, it looked like. I just forgot about him. Lord Commissar of Tardigrades still level 1, getting Bionic Eye, at least trying to. Banshees, I thought they were going to take him out again there on retreat. Shotgun blast, those scouts got very close to do that though. And double attacks are in peril. Banshees are on them. Doing so much work, they got to get level 4, they are level 4. Almost wipe these tacks out. Oh, can they do it with the Autark buff? Not quite. 15 hit points and they survive. 314 to 214. Kasrkin have got their plasma guns in hand, but they can switch their special weapon as much as they'd like. You are limited to a single Kasrkin squad, but they are awesome. Got grenades, they can cap fast. Good DPS, good speed. Bunch of Corn worship here, boosting the speed of Arise's army. Raptors getting in there. They've done well so far. Warboss is here as well. They're enjoying fighting alongside each other, I think, these big fellas. Captain Slog gets away. Some rotation on the mid. We've got Seer Council in now for MammothMKII. And their damage resistance aura will stack with the Autarks, making those Banshees even more difficult to deal with. And of course the Seer Council more difficult to deal with. Warlock now getting Falchu's Wing. That's scary. And throw Enhance on a unit now to boost their speed and their damage, as if they weren't fast or damaging enough. 25% more damage and +2 speed. +2 is huge for 10 seconds. 314 to 170. Great to use on the Autark if she's like chasing a vehicle with her fancy gun. She's level 2. There's those Kasrkin. Looks like they have their Sergeant. And there's that Land Raider Redeemer. The red team can now retreat back to this point and reinforce, which is a huge deal in terms of sustainability in the field. Can they protect it though? From that Autark, the Banshees with their spear, and now these guys with their empowered spears. Especially with that enhanced buff. Raptors jumping in. Oh, they've gone melter mode. And then they die. And then they die. Good grief. Imperial Abyss goes in. Force Commander's got its standard up, buffing all of the damage of these units here. Well, infantry units, that is. Land Raider's not so impressed by the standard. There's Falchu's Wing enhanced on the Seer Council, that white marker you see. Got knocked over, but they're back up and going at it. Where are the Banshees? Banshees coming in top of your screen. Shotgun blast. Imperial Slash goes off. Didn't really hit much though. There's some Malignant Blindness. Looks like the Land Raider's okay. Banshees got held up by something. Didn't see what it was. Maybe it was that shotgun blast. Chaos Lord down. Big fight there. Level 5 Force Commander. There was the Warboss. Warboss has been fighting in the south. Getting knocked over by Catechans. They don't really want to melee him because of the spiky armor. So they're shooting other things. Lord Commissar's gone after him now. He's got the Aura of Discipline. Healing those Catechans around him. He's going to kill the Warboss, is he? No! Warboss gets the kill. Couldn't see his hit points. I didn't realise he was so low. You going to leave, Mr. Warboss? He's still going. Sluggers on the warpath as well. Got their Knob Leader and their Burners. Where are the other Sluggers? Back at base. And a double flash gets her in, just using those, I think they're called snaz guns. Lots of piercing DPS. Uh oh, rocket run. That could kill the Warboss. Gonna wipe out the shooter boys for sure. Warboss survives it somehow. Does get good health regen with this. And now we see a Marcos Inch Chaos Spread. Anti-vehicle upgrade. It's in a really awkward place, the tank at the moment. So be very careful about taking your vehicles across the halfway point on the map, especially on a 3v3 where all of a sudden you could have 3 players worth of anti-vehicle on you. Doesn't seem too bothered at the moment. Old Arise, he's got Havocs on the way. And here comes a Baneblade for Tardigrades. What's the Land Raider up to? Just hanging out in the north. Not that close to the VP. But maybe that's going to keep it safe. Blue team taking the VP on the southwest corner here. Autarch's on it. Other stuff runs interference. There's the enhance on the Seer Council again. They are absolutely terrifying. And they slay the Primaris Psyker. I don't think I saw telekinetic dome being used. Maybe I was just super blind. Catachans go down. These guys are infiltrated because they were idle, disrupting the Seer Council, but then they have to run. MammothMKII using his units superbly well at the moment. Especially that Autarch. Those leaps have been really well timed a bunch of times. So Chaos Shrine gone up. 276 to 153. There's that Baneblade. Super heavy tank bristling with guns. Mega battle cannon on the top. Demolisher cannon on the front. Las cannons. Heavy bolters. All sorts of shenanigans going on. They need to be ready to help it out with repairs. Martha's tank's going after it. Can't win a 1v1 fight against it, of course, but the sluggers are wiped. None of Mononoke just forgot about them, or is concentrating on his flash kits with their blasters now. Look at that. Chaos Shrine is going to go down. It's spawning some bloodletters. Just heard the Banshees war shouting. Having a bit of a go at the Redeemer. The irae is going to try to cap. It could be tricky. Going to get grenaded, I think. Runs away. Back to the Land Raider, of course, although the Land Raider doesn't heal as fast as the HQ would. And some Terminators. Does not get Lightning Claws, or rather Assault Terminators. He's up against Seer Council and Howling Banshees. Did not go for the claws that would help tear through those guys. Maybe he wants to get Assault Cannon to help suppress them and do a whole bunch of damage to single models. And it is a lot of ranged firepower you get with the Terminators. Even with their default weapons, they're quite scary. It's like, I think it's like 40 DPS per Stormbolt or something crazy like that. Each one of them have got a Tech Marine on their arm. Can they get the VP though? Scouts trying to do it infiltrated, which gives them a little bit of damage resistance. Terminators using their teleport aggressively. Very, very ballsy move with Eldar around. I guess he knew that the Seer Council were off the field for now. Looks like there's still blue pressure on the red VP. In fact, Commissar just went down. The Shrine is still there. The tank is still here even. Baneblade unable to push this stuff off. Those blasters can turn and target those Catachans maybe. There we go. Big booms. Oh, they retreated just in time. 197, 136 is very close. 2-1 for the red. Northern VP is now red and locked down by the Land Raider maybe. Mammoth does not have a... Ouch. Mononoke is down to a single unit. Does not have an Eldritch available. It's got a D-cannon on the way. Arise is down to 2 units. Blue team, huge pressure, but they've lost many units doing this. They are going to get the cap again, thanks to Mammoth's Warlock who's down here. Can they now recover a bit to keep the pressure up? Tons of resources for Mononoke. He needs to purchase something. Look at this. That's outrageous float. Needs to purchase a whole bunch of stuff. Viperism on the way for Mammoth. Really carrying his team now. Some guardsmen just wiped though. Captain Slog down to a single unit. Can be really hard to keep your wits about you and preserve your stuff when a 3v3 gets into this kind of late game. Huge amount of damage being thrown around stage. Level 6 Warboss looks like a battle wagon's on the way. Mammoth with an avatar. How can he get all this stuff? Oh, did the Autarch die? Oh no, what happened to the Autarch? Banshees are also down. Completely missed that. But it allows them to get an avatar, I guess. Gonna make the Seer Council even more dangerous if they're nearby him. Hasn't been tempted to get the Thunderhammer, I guess. Or maybe he has been, just hasn't done it. What did the Terminators get? Nothing yet. Librarian would be good on this side for some force barrier action. Are they going to get the force commander? They do. A little bit sloppy there from DSRA. Decapping scouts being sneaky. Red team are going to get a triple maybe. Here's a Land Raider Phobos from Arise. Such a messy game, isn't it? Those are often the best ones. Battle Wagon taking its sweet time to get onto the field. Might have been better to whack out some other units first. Maybe a Weird Boy could do a lot of work for you. Tardigrades with Bullgrins up. Slab shields and power mauls. They can suppress surrounding enemies by electrifying their shields. So the Council go for the decap. They might be able to just tough it out because they're infiltrated now, which does give you some built-in damage resistance. They just don't get it explicitly, although the Warlock does. 125 to 126, very close, single cap. There's the Avatar. Super unit for Eldar, powerful combatant with some awesome passive buffs around him. There's a Singularity. Terminators get the hell out of it. We have double plasma attacks. They will do good work against the Avatar. He doesn't like plasma damage. What is this? Sneaky Scouts being sneaky still. Air Slot is not happy. He's level 5. Baneblade still like pinned back on this VP. There's a Phobos, there's a Battle Wagon, there's a Marcus Zeech tank. Can they all deal with it? Oh no, there's a Lehman Russ. Doesn't have Vanquisher yet. But look how much damage the Phobos has taken already. Bullgrin's going after it. Chaos Terminus in play, decapping. I think they're going to get the Phobos. Down it goes. Chaos Terminator taking huge amounts of damage trying to cap here. 114 to 117. I think they're going to wipe. They do wipe. Not sure why Arise was so desperate to cap there, to lose the entire Terminus, but it's obvious they weren't going to get it. Oh, Warlock had channeling runes. Going back to the wing. Down goes Lehman Russ. Absolutely frantic action. North is turning red again, I think. Oh, nothing's capping it technically. Avatar can get some good Wailing Dooms. Maybe there's a Wrath of Cain. And we have Cyclone Missile Launcher Terminators. Use that to disrupt and stop caps. I wonder if they'll do a bunch of damage to the Avatar with it if they fire it at point blank range or something maybe. Warboss down here. There's the Demolisher. Decent hit on the Seer Council. They've been an absolute menace. And it's still only level 2. Long retreat for those guys now. I was going to say, I can't believe this Marcus Zeech tank is still alive. Is it going to die immediately? No, he's alright. He's alright. Battle Wagon's still alive, barely. There's some Khorne worship to help out the tank. Power Claw Commissar's been chasing it down a bit. 114 to 84. 2 to 1 for blue. They have both the naturals. Can they hold on? I don't know how they're doing it so well. With how depleted Mononoke and Arise have been. But I guess Captain Slog has also been massively depleted. The irae is busy fighting Northern VP, and Tardigrades is down here helping a lot of the time. Back to that north then. Still only the one Bright Lance. Shuriken's helpful for suppressing attacks, I guess. They're both level 3? No, 4 and 3. 1929 hit points at level 4. That's huge. They'll be doing a lot of damage to the Avatar. Bullgrins I think are maybe going to get this tank. Well, there's some Khorne worship. Those are tank traps though. Trying to leave. Oh no, now the heretics are in peril. Level 4 heretics. Okay, all got away. And here's another tank. This time Mark of Khorne for more speed and more damage. Doesn't change the weapons, just makes them more powerful. Level 7 Warlock over here. Does have Falchu's wing in place at the moment. But we know he has those channeling runes. And now he's off the field, so the Seer Council are alone. Maybe we should have thrown Enhance on them before he retreated. Easy for me to say though. Terminators teleport out. Everything's going after the Land Raider. Doing really good damage. Avatar does buff your damage, I believe. Also makes you suppression immune. And gives you damage resistance as well around him. Very helpful fella. Seer Council have to run. Wailing Doom. Some friendly fire there. That's put the Seer Council in danger a bit. 114 to 31. Looks like there's some disagreements going on in chat that I haven't been paying attention to. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's the avatars goes down. 114 to 26. And the blue team hold on to the 2-1 cap. Oh, we now have a Terminator Force Commander. Really gave up the standard. That is surprising because he had the double tax being buffed by it. Let's see what he does with that Terminator armor. Here comes a Stormblade for Captain Slog. Not a super unit you get to see very often. It's generally the least popular super heavy tank. Don't know if we'll get to see it do much though. They're down to 6 VPs, 5. Looks like the blue team have it. Hell of a game. Very frantic, very fun. Let's look at these heroes. Level 7 Warlock. Mammoth was pretty damn strong throughout. Mononoke's Warboss level 7. Arise level 5. Heavy losses from those guys, but they kept on going. They kept on pressuring. Huge pressure down there. Tardigrades level 4. Commissar did have Emperor's Wrath and the Fist of Brockus. That Terminator Force Commando doesn't level up. And a level 9 Commissar for Captain Slog. But there you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. I thought it was pretty cool. And I'll see ya next time.